Phil, welcome back. Have you missed these?
Yes, hugely. The only reason I'm back is to chat to you.
Tell us about obviously settling back in at the club. How have you found the first few months of being a coach?
It's been good. It's been great to be back. Lots of fond memories from Northampton, lots of success here. So it's been wonderful to be back. Being a coach has been a big learning experience, big learning curve. But I'm enjoying it. It's great to be amongst rugby still, even though I've retired. Great to be amongst a great group of men, and great to be trying to push the guys so that we can be as successful as possible.
When you're fresh in the role, do you sometimes forget that you are a coach now, and do you still have a few player habits? Because you only stopped last year, you could be forgiven for it.
Yeah, abusing people, throwing the ball at Alan Dickens in training, just generally being a fool, shouting too much on the sideline. Probably shouldn't be quite as vociferous, but yeah, slowly you get used to the role and you get a better understanding of how you can be best suited to improve the players and improve the team as a whole. But yeah, it is a learning curve, and it is, you have habits of 16 years of playing, but they seem to fall away, and you realise you've got a new job and a new challenge.
Assistant coach, tell us what that entails.
Basically, one of my roles is transition coach. So the guys in the senior academy, how can we get them to improve individually and move on? That's both on and off the field. I'm a big fan of guys taking time and attention, paying attention to life after rugby, in terms of education and work experience. But also it's the guys on loan, players on loan, trying to improve them individually so that they can then play A-League, they can play in the LV, they can play in the Premiership. And we get lots of guys from the Northampton region who are representing the Northampton Saints.
And that kind of liaison with the players is not historically something that would have been done. How important is that from your perspective, having been a player and now coming into this role?
Yeah, and I think, I only went professional 95, 96, and it's now the point where there's guys coming into the system at 17, 18, and they're not going to earn the money that footballers are going to earn. They are going to have a job after rugby, so there's an element where the club should be opening their eyes to different opportunities. The importance of having local guys play for the club, having guys through the academy is huge. You look at Courtney Laws, Alex Waller are great examples of that, and how much a part of the club is of the local community. I think that's hugely important, and just in terms of trying to improve the player as an individual, as well as a line out, a scrum, a defensive unit, is how can we make Tom Carr a better media spokesman? How can I be a better coach? How can some of the players be better players and be better at their jobs?
How can we do that? Make Tom Carr a better media.
Tommy, I'm not a miracle worker.
Just finally, we saw you up on the bench on Monday night. You're up there with Digger. We were talking before, good cop, bad cop. Who's who?
Digger's definitely bad cop.
Definitely.
Definitely.
How much
bad
do you
cop.
enjoy that though, being up there and having that experience of running the match?
Yeah, I was just talking before in terms of experience. I'm in a role there where I don't have anything that I'm particularly responsible for. Mark Hopley's in charge of defence, Alan Dickens attack, Dorian West set piece, and obviously that is what their main focus is. I sort of dip in and out of all of those things, and on a match day for a Wanderers I get to almost have Jim's role, where you're sort of overseeing and making decisions up there and getting frustrated when there's mistakes happen and bits and pieces. Jim's sat 4 seats away from me and giving me advice, and that's a massive learning curve for Digger and I as well in terms of how we push forward as coaches in our own careers.